Well, a new rule set is here, and part of the fun is making new characters. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through step-by-step process of making a character, using the core methods rather than the variant or optional rules provided. And in case you haven't already, please consider subscribing. For our character, we're going to start out fairly basic, and we're going human fighter. Why? Well, because it's straightforward and gets the basics of building a character, without going into the magic element, and will also more or less be going into the progression presented in the PHB. First, we'll be choosing our class, which, as we said, will be Fighter. The class table will inform us what we get at level 1. This grants us access to 2 skills on the provided list. You can do as you see fit. I'm doing Athletics and Acrobatics because, again, we're going fairly standard here. But don't let the standard discourage you from trying something awesome and flavorful. As with the 2014 rules, we get a selection of fighting styles. However, it's interesting to note that the 2024 rules has relabeled them to fighting style feats. So if you're a fighter, you technically start out with 2 feats due to backgrounds. 3.5 called They Want Their Fighter Back. Since we're going to be wielding a great sword starting out, we'll be doing great weapon fighting. We also then gain Second Wind, which functions the same as 2014. You get a number that can be used per short and long rest. You roll 1d10 plus your fighter level and regain that many hit points back as a bonus action. Finally, Weapon Masteries. This is a new feature for this rule set. It's a martial class specific ability where you choose a specific number of weapons depending upon the class. For Fighter, it's 3. And for whatever weapon you choose, you can use the additional tag feature of that provided weapon. This will allow you to do more than just hit every single turn. Some properties allowing you to trip targets, push them away, cause a slow effect, disadvantage, grant you advantage, and so on. Though it should be noted, generally you can do drills and swap out masteries per long rest. Fighters do have the unique edge as they gain more masteries than anyone else. They gain 3 while the majority gain 2. Hey, that 1 can make a difference. Also, since we're level 1, we gain max HP, which for fighters will be 10 plus our con modifier. Finally, our saving throw proficiencies will be strength and constitution. Now, it should be noted when you see you have proficiency in something, look at your class chart and your character level. It will inform you the bonus you should add to that given saving throw, attack, or skill check, also known as a D20 test. Now, backgrounds probably got the biggest overhaul in comparison to the old rules. Gone are the ideals, bonds, and flaws, as well as background abilities. The ability being swapped in favor of granting a feat at first level, relating to the background itself. This is a double-edged sword. On the one hand, it grants something that you as a player are probably going to use more frequently with campaigns, or are not really going to have to remind your DM that often about it. On the other hand, it does remove something that makes backgrounds kind of interesting. Feats are a solid option, and I do like it. I also wish that the ability remained intact in some way. Though, from the book of many things, it was clear that this is the direction this new rule set was going. Either way, the things that remain the same are your choice of 2 skills, a tool set, and language proficiencies. Backgrounds also grant an ability score bonus. You have a list of 3 ability scores that can be boosted. You can either pick 2, boosting one by 2 and the other by 1, or boost all 3 by 1. For our human fighter, we're going Guard, which grants perception and athletics. Since we already chose athletics and fighter, we're going to get a free one of our choice. Our character was potentially going to be a paladin, let's say, but flunked out due to their aggressive nature as well as gambling. So we'll go ahead and add religion as a skill. Also keeping that backstory in mind for later. We'll go ahead and boost all 3 ability scores by 1 because why not? Also, if you're curious about the breakdown of which backgrounds grant which bonuses, here's a spreadsheet I made, as well as overall total spread. Now for stats, we'll be rolling 4d6 since that's what the game expects. Point buy and standard array are optional. For more details on those, check out this video. For 4d6 stat roll, we are rolling 4 6-sided die and then dropping the lowest result. Our first roll is 6, 4, 2, 1. So we're dropping the 1, which results in a 12. We then repeat this method until we have 6 numbers. And these are the stats that I rolled. Honestly, not bad. We'll go ahead and put a 15 in strength, 12 in dex, 16 in con, 9 in int, 13 in wisdom, and 13 in charisma. Because of the ability score bonuses provided by Guard, this is the result of our ability scores, which makes our starting HP 13. We have chosen Human. This grants us 30 feet of movement, though every species has 30 feet of movement, save for the Wood Elf, who is still 35. Our abilities are Heroic Inspiration whenever you finish a long rest, which means basically anytime we roll a dice and as a result that we're not too keen on, we can just re-roll it. Second wind, got a 1, go ahead and burn a Heroic Inspiration to get a better result. Same thing with damage die. We also gain an additional skill proficiency and versatile, which means starting out with an additional origin feat. Origin feats are feats that are specifically available for level 1 PCs. These are the ones you'll be seeing granted by backgrounds most often. If they are any other type of feat, they are going to have a level 4 prerequisite and above. Now, the book recommends skilled. That's fine, we're not doing that. But we're going Savage Attacker. Why? Well, remember the backstory of being too aggressive? That's why. Then finally we'll be choosing starting equipment granted by the fighter class and guard background. Guard will just go ahead and choose 50 gold pieces. Fighter will be going with option A, which grants us a chain shirt, greatsword, and other goodies. And with that we have our character, a human guard who loves big weapons and desired to be a paladin. However, his own nature got the better of him, preventing him from taking the oath. Though, maybe one day he can go down that path. And that's how you make a D&D character with the new rules. In many ways, the steps are similar, if not exact, to a 2014 character. Just some things got added in, such as feats, new abilities, and also how the backgrounds function. Though if you've made 2014 characters, this won't faze you all that much. Overall, I do enjoy this a little bit more. The few additions do help make it feel like I'm finding my character even more at level 1. Not to mention, level 1 doesn't feel like a complete drag anymore. And my character is already starting to be on the verge of being heroic, which makes sense, that's the path they are on. Well, I hope this was able to help in some way. I'm looking forward to making some more guides like these in the future. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.